Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for the month of February and then also showing you all my completed spreads from the past month of January. So I apologize for the lack of videos. School unfortunately started again for me, so I'm back to just trying my best to get in as much art as possible. So let's start off with a January flip through. This video will be linked if you guys would like to check it out. So I did kind of like this red cardinal botanical theme throughout. So I stuck with a lot of neutral colors, and all of these red cardinals are cut out of scrapbook paper, which I used throughout. It was a really nice way to add some texture and some color, of course. I was feeling extra creative this month, so I have a line a day and a habit tracker, which was fun, but I kind of stopped using it halfway through the month, so I probably won't continue again. So here is another one where I incorporated a little bit more red into it, and I also used a bunch of different craft paper, scrapbook paper. This one has a really cool like scalloped edge over here where I cut it out just to kind of change things up. I also used some twine and some stripy red scrapbook paper on this page. And then this one I kind of screwed up with like some black ink that rubbed on the page, and then I just had to kind of continue doing it throughout, and it works, I guess. But that is January. So let's get going with February. So I seem to have like some consistent themes with the months that I choose, different types of themes. So for February, I always seem to do like some type of food theme, which is kind of funny, but here we are again continuing that by doing like a chocolate theme because Valentine's Day. So I guess that kind of just inspires me to do like food and desserts. So I wanted to make this little chocolate box for my cover page. So I have this scrapbook paper here, and I began by cutting out two large hearts for the base of the box. I colored in the inside of one of them, and then because I didn't have any good brown scrapbook paper, I just took some white ones, or some white scrapbook paper, and colored in various like chocolate colors on there, cut them out, glued them into my chocolate box, and then I'm going to decorate all of the chocolates. So I made some little sprinkles on some. I made some icing little drizzles with markers and a Posca paint pen, and just tried to make them like as texturally different as I could to add some interest and make it look a little bit more exciting than just a bunch of scrapbook paper as my cover page, because unfortunately, I do these scrapbook paper pages when I'm running low on time, and I can't fully commit to like a super intricate watercolor like I was able to do in my previous years of bullet journaling. But life is just different now, and I need to still make sure that I am enjoying myself while I'm being creative, but also remembering that I can't be spending 5 hours on a cover page for a 1 month little setup. So this is kind of what I have as my solution. So I added the title at the bottom and some hearts on the background, and this is how it turned out.
Your voice every morning, I wake to a kiss on my face, so I don't need too much, just your simple love.
So next up we have the typical calendar. So I wanted to make a little mini version of that box of chocolates in the corner of the page over here. So same type of thing, except I just made it a smaller version. So I'm writing out February kind of like across the page over here in a chocolate brown marker, and I decided to kind of not really use black in this setup and substitute that for brown. So I'm using a brown Tombow marker here to mark out my calendar. I was like super gutsy and didn't even like draw it out with pencil first. So as you saw, I put on some titles for all of the days of the week with a lighter brown marker at the top. I'm adding some brown washi tape and then making some more of those pink red hearts with scrapbook paper, and just kind of layering those around. Then on the side over here, because I wasn't doing any other planning spreads other than this calendar, I wanted to put a section for events and then also highlights on here because I always think that's fun to do. I'm not doing a habit tracker. I'm not doing any type of fancy spreads because I am trying to keep things simple and easy, and I'm just drawing this little ribbon thing across over there and then adding some hearts in the background with this like kind of red pink gel pen.
The simple joy of hearing your voice.
And because I wanted to really consistently make these little chocolate boxes throughout all my spreads, I decided to keep it simpler and then just color them in if the chocolate boxes were on the smaller end, just because drawing or cutting out those tiny little chocolate pieces is a little bit annoying, so I thought I would just keep those to when I do the larger chocolate boxes. But I still am decorating them with the same techniques, the Posca paint pens and some little sprinkles, just to add some texture. So that is the completed page. I think it's really cute, really simple, and the colors are just something that I would have loved when I was 8 years old. I used to be obsessed with brown and pink. So I hope you guys liked how this one turned out.
Favorite movie laying right beside me. I don't mind.
Alright, so last up we have my first weekly spread of the month. If you're not familiar, I do these kind of on a weekly basis, so I'm not like completely overwhelmed with the process of making like 4 different spreads, and just kind of use it to make myself be creative as the week progresses and not just all at once. So I made a chocolate box at the bottom over here with the same technique of different scrapbook paper colors for the chocolates on top of the pink heart, and then I wrote February around there with a brown marker. And to be honest, this page I just really wanted to do something like a little bit different from what I typically do, and I wanted to fill it up where I wasn't really planning out the space for each of the days of the week, which, like, to be honest, kind of backfired a bit later as I went to put in all the days of the week. But I just liked how it looked with the hearts completely scattered across the page. So I glued those on first with absolutely no plan, and then I kind of needed to figure out how in the world I was going to make spots for all of the days of the week and like the to-do lists that I usually do that are associated with each day. So I just kind of did my best with the brown Tombow marker to write in all of those days and section them off as best as I could. I ended up like kind of screwing it up where I had to put one of the days of the week that should be on the right, on the left, which you'll see later. But I really love the colors, like I said, and I think the like chunkiness of the spread is really different from my typical things, if that like makes any sense. But here I'm putting Saturday on the left side, so it's not completely in order, and I didn't have room for like a to-do list or a books read or a highlight section, which I sometimes do include on my weekly spreads over here. But that's fine, something fun to change it up. So I'm using a white Posca paint pen that is really close to the end of its life to write out all of the days of the month.
1, 2, 3. All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your...
And to fill up all of those empty spaces that, to be honest, don't really exist, I'm using some of that same chocolate brown washi tape to just fill it in the page. I'm cutting off the edges over here and kind of just rethinking how in the world I'm going to be able to fit all my days on here, like some of the spots for my to-do list, which kind of are sometimes really long, may not fit as well, but we'll see. You'll get to see how it looks in my March plan with me. And then I decided to add in some more details with this lighter brown Tombow marker, some little hearts, and then a border around the edge. And for a while I thought about just stopping here, but then I thought, you know what, might as well just add some little chocolates into these hearts, because it's not like I'm using those in any other planning or practical way. So I'm just adding in those. Some of them are scrapbook paper and then some are directly drawn onto the hearts. And I think it's cute because, like I said, the brown and pink is such a nostalgic color combo for me. I absolutely love it, and this is how the page turned out.
Favorite movie laying right beside me. I don't mind where...
Okay, so here is just a quick flip through of my very brief February setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this theme. I'm always curious what you guys are doing for your bullet journals, so let me know your theme down in the comments. And I hope to see you guys in a Create This Book 2 video coming this month. I do have a week off from school in the middle of February, so hopefully I'll be able to get in an extra video or two. So have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3. All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much, just your simple love.